Good evening, everybody, and welcome. This is WHCS Channel 29 out of Hampton, Virginia. We're presenting the basketball tonight against the Hampton Whirlwinds versus the Hampton Crabpots. We have two young men out here that's going to sing the national anthem for us. Bobby Sarma and Terry Purnell will sing the national anthem. So if we can get everybody to stand, we will sing the national anthem.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, could I have your attention, please, if you'd stand for the singing of the national anthem at this time. Thank you. Here's your microphone.
Hello. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held, and the twilight's glass gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the rampart we watched were so quietly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs burst in the air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, cast the star-spangled banner yet wave, and the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Very good. Now we're getting ready for tonight's ball game. I will give you the lineups. First for the Hampton Whirlwinds, number 21 is Hurley Williams. Number 25 will be Tommy Harrell. Number 32 will be Darren Lynch. 33, Dale Caldwell. Number 5 is Miles Jones, and 14 is Linda Massandria. They are coached by Walter Tucker. And Tom, if you'll go ahead and give us the Crabpots starting lineup, or just give them the lineups.
Okay, it looks like starting for the Hampton Crabpots tonight, Bob, are going to be Robert Tipshot O'Neill. And it looks like we also have Baxter Backcourt Simmons out there tonight. And John Spencer, which we're going to refer to as John Wayne the Duke Spencer with the Hampton City Police Department. And Rudy Pill, who is with the Recreation Department. So we're going to refer to Rudy tonight as Rudy Sandlot Pill. And then we also have, I believe, it's Brent Musgrove, yes. And Dirty Harry with the Hampton City Police Department as a starting lineup. And a lot of these guys were here last year, Bob, and so they should have some experience by now.
Okay, we need to introduce the referee, and that's John Kelly, who's father of a famous ball player over at Hampton, Bethel High School.
He's one of ours at Bethel High School, who's going to be playing football at University of Tennessee next year. So
all right, number 21, Hurley Williams, got the ball on the tap, and let's go real quick through the some of the. It's basketball is basketball. You try to put the ball in the hoop, but what you have here is they have two pushes with the wheel when you have the ball.
That's right.
Then they either have to pass, dribble, or shoot it, or they can push one more time.
One more time, that's it. One more time.
Right, and then that's two more pushes.
And then after that, they get rid of the ball. If not, they give up the ball and it goes into the other team's play.
Looks like to me Dirty Harry is playing a sleeper down here at this end. That's defense, though.
He's obviously in good shape. He is prepared for this game tonight.
Well, I can see that. He looks in excellent shape out there tonight.
Did anyone wake him up yet?
Well, I heard him say something. I'm not sure whether he was asking for his Magnum 44 or Well, being Dirty Harry, you might want to try to shoot the ball before it goes into the basket.
You know, I'm seeing something that's a first for the Crabpots this year. They're playing slow, deliberate basketball for a change, when usually everybody's out gunning throughout the whole game. So they really have decided to play a little team ball, it looks like. They're moving it around well.
You hear Musgrove's yelling, shoot, shoot, shoot.
Yeah, well. Oh, there we go. We had
Who was that?
That was
Baxter.
Baxter has a tendency to gun that ball, but
that was an air ball. You could hear the crowd yelling, air ball, air ball.
Was that a left-handed hook shot in desperation?
That was something, Tom. I'm not sure what it was, but there's a pass to number 32, Darren Lynch. This team has been averaging about 40 points a game, and they have two people that are averaging double figures. And a nice long shot.
That was Miles Jones.
Hit the back of the rim, and Baxter
Rebound by
gets
Baxter.
Passes to Musgrove, and Dirty
And we
Harry.
have Sandlot's moving down the court here with tip shot. Back to Sandlot. Hey, they're moving it around well. Now, Baxter will gun, I tell you. All right, there you go.
Look at that.
Hey, I tell you what.
He hit it now, but Musgrove is saving himself for the second half. I think that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's not coming down playing offense at all.
Well, Baxter just equaled his season average by that shot. And you watch the Whirlwinds. They play as a team. They're coordinated well with each other in terms of timing. Back in, that's Hurley. Hurley's one of the leading scorers of this team. He's averaging in double figures.
Yes, he is. Him and Mr. Caldwell, both of them are averaging in double figures. And I need to point out that Dale Caldwell, number 33, is able-bodied.
That's right.
He is not handicapped at all, but since this team is an independent team and is not playing in the league, they can use him. But if they were playing in the league competition, they wouldn't be able to use him. Ball went out of bounds after the shot, no rebound, goes over to the Whirlwinds.
As a matter of fact, Janice Arena, who's putting this together basically with the Hampton Rec Department, along with Debbie Tubman, who's chairman of the Mayor's Committee, and the two of them work hand in hand in putting the game together. Janice is a senior therapeutic recreational specialist, and she was a big help in trying to explain to us just what it means. These guys are literally working to try to, as a goal, reach the level of competition into the Virginia Conference. They currently play teams within the Richmond, Charlottesville, and Virginia Beach area, Bob.
But what they're trying to do is get to the point where they're good enough to get in competition other than in Virginia.
Exactly, and then they can enter that conference and play the same types of teams, which they're doing now. But by joining the conference, it puts some restrictions on them that they don't feel comfortable right now in dealing with. But they're almost there. So they feel pretty good that it won't be long.
Well, she was saying something about they play like 10 different teams, and there's a 5-team in the Virginia conference. There's 5 different teams, but they will play 10 different teams like the Crabpots.
Exactly.
For exhibition.
Exactly. Which helps them develop their skills and ability to reach that goal that they've set for themselves. Well, we see, look at this underneath with the hook. Yeah, see?
I tell you, this Crabpots have been working at it.
Baxter's good with both hands. I tell you, you've seen him tonight. He hits that jump shot from about 25 feet, and then he comes in with that left-handed hook.
Hook shot. And
I think he was trying that earlier, Bob.
Well, I saw him working out earlier, but I wasn't sure what he was trying to prove. Look at it.
Baxter's got the rebound, putting the pressure on him. Tip, looking around much. That fast break is on. Look. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I got confused there. They made a mistake and gave it to the Duke there, and excuse me, Dirty Harry, I meant.
Okay, there's
Looks like Tip Shot's playing the pivot point guard here tonight, and that's a change.
He's just moving the ball around. Baxter is trying to get underneath the basket to get open. This is an unusual thing for this.
Well, it's unusual for the Crabpots, Bob, and I'll tell you what they did.
That's what I was talking about.
What they did last year was they had Baxter and double dribble Wernham right out in the front, and nobody else touched the ball most of the night.
Well, that'll happen. Now we had a foul underneath.
Foul.
That was hacking.
Was that a hack job on who? Was that Baxter?
Rudy Peel was charged with a foul, and that's Sandlot.
Sandlot on the hack. Well, he learned that in the recreation department, I guess.
They're working the ball around, trying to get the ball inside to somebody. Get a good shot.
Darrell Lynch over to Linda. We got us.
Baxter just pick on anybody, won't he?
Hey, Baxter's tough. I tell you, Baxter's tough. He's right there, aggressive.
No quarter out there.
He plays with it all.
Well, then, you know, I think we got the names wrong. They call him backcourt, and
he's playing for.
He's
look
playing.
at this, 32
he's playing
right
both
there.
ends. We got-
Darrell Lynch just hit about a 10-footer.
Backed it right off. Used the board real good.
Now, what do we got? We should have a 4-2 ball game up here, don't we? Oh, looks like Bass is about to lose it out of bounds. Position himself. Now, see, they've slowed it down this year. They're really trying to get themselves. Look at this long bomb. Nothing but air, Bob.
Boy.
Nothing but air.
He must be getting weak. But I tell you, I'm really impressed with Brent Hargrove. I mean, that
Dirty
guy,
Harry is into this game.
He is playing defense, but anybody I've seen, in fact, he loves defense so much he doesn't even want to play offense.
Exactly. Either that or they deliberately are planning that because the Whirlwinds last year did beat them on the fast break so much that maybe they, you know, I haven't even had a chance to talk with the coach and see if that's part of their strategy, but it looks like they're planning that. At first I thought he was just lazy. That still might be the case, but...
Well, you can see who gets down the court first.
Oh, hey,
It is definitely not the Crabpots.
Well, here come the Crabpots now. But Baxter passed off, and Sandlot took a long shot. Tip's going after it. He looks a little unstable over there.
Oh, he saved that ball from going out of bounds.
All right, we got Sandlot with the ball. It looks to me like they got a, hey, come and get us type, you know. They said, hey, let's bring them out. Let's bring them out. They're in.
Maybe they're playing four corners.
Well, either that or they feel like the Whirlwinds are packing it inside on them. Uh-oh, the long bomb there by the Duke. Out of bounds, it goes over to the
He's wide
Whirlwinds.
open. It was an 8-footer. So
Well, I was just kind of glad to see someone else take a shot other than Baxter that time, weren't you?
We hate to have a one-man team out there.
Well, but I tell you, Baxter's the scorer. You know, he's the one with a hot hand. Here we go, long. Up, Linda. Who we got? Up, intercepted here, up. Hey, no damage. It'll be theirs. Look at this. 5 men on the ball.
I tell you,
Look
the
at the
Crabpots are still
Crabpot.
underneath the basket.
They haven't moved.
They're still playing defense.
So here we go now. So it's a fast break on with Sandlot. Sandlot was looking for someone there in front of him, but he had to throw it backwards, Bob. It's all right, Baxter's got the ball. Looks to me like he's trying to get himself in range for a nice long two-hander. I told you. Up, hey, he almost hit it.
I tell you, he's using the board because it's hard to get the touch sitting down, so he's going to use the board.
Well, Baxter takes advantage of the fact 2 pushes, and then you got to pass that ball. So he pushes twice, and then lets the chair just roll right on in to where he feels like he's within range, and then takes a shot.
Coach was telling Darren Lynch to go ahead and shoot the ball, and he tried to pass it to a closer man and went out of bounds, and the Crabpots come back. Whoa!
Oh, good save by Baxter.
He almost went over on his nose.
Backcourt saved it from going out of play. Then here's his. Oh, got 5 seconds on Sandlot.
They can't stay in that lane that
Yep.
long.
Hey,
Instead of a 3-second lane, we got a 5-second violation.
What was about to happen, Bob? Baxter had the ball there. His eyes were set on the basket, but he had the 5-second violation by Sandlot, so it didn't do him any good. And I think he was within range this time. He kind of moved in within,
they're going to have to put somebody out on him a little because he is definitely the designated shooter.
What kind of defense the Crabpots playing there? Uh-oh, Linda went in for the shot. Rebound. I tell you, if you notice, the Crabpots have been doing well on the rebounding aspect
Yes, they
tonight.
have.
It's because the ball's been coming directly down and landing in someone's lap, it looks like. Baxter's there again. Hey. Hey, that was a close one. I'm going to tell you one thing. They're in and out. And those shots are going to start to fall. And when they do, the Crabpots have definitely proven that they can play with the Whirlwinds this year. That hasn't been the case. We could have a fast break, and then we could forget about it.
That's right. Uh-oh, they just stole the ball. Great defense.
That's Hurley Williams again. Hurley's a good ball player. Look at this, 33's in. Dale Carwell. He's one of the double-figure men.
I tell you, the Duke had a fast break going, had the ball by himself.
Didn't have any help.
Got it kind of scared.
That's
and
right.
his double team and lost the ball, and now we got a tie game. Now, there's an interesting thing here. Now, at the end of the halftime, the Hampton Crabpots will have a choice of keeping the score
That's
or
right.
switching scores.
Or
So
switching
if they're
scores.
behind, they could take the
right.
Crabpots. I mean, they could take the Whirlwinds score,
If
right?
the Whirlwinds are winning 30-4 at halftime, they have agreed to let the Crabpots take their 30 points, and they would take the 4, and they still claim that they can beat them. Now, is that confidence?
Boy, I tell you, that is.
That's either
awesome.
confidence or they don't have much respect for their competitors tonight.
I think that may be it, but I don't know. Tonight, it looks like to me this Crabpots have been practicing.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, you've got some gentlemen that have been doing this now for 3 and 4 years, and Baxter and the city manager, Robert Tipshot O'Neill, and Musgrove was here last year, and Rudy Peel was here last year. So you've got some people that are starting to get a little experience in this game.
Yeah, we'll see what the Crabpots are doing, Tom. It's obvious that all 5 of the players are getting in the paint, and now we've got the Duke is staying back on defense.
Yeah, but look at the defense. Here we go now. See, I'll tell you, they're packing it in tight, and they're leaving Baxter wide open, and he's going to bomb from there all night.
They're going to have to put some pressure on him, but now we got the Duke playing back on defense.
Yep. I don't know. Is either
a little sloppy right now.
Well, I'll tell you now. That's the second Hampton City police officer we've seen in the backcourt here. Now, is there a reason for that? See, we got them both back. What? Here comes Baxter.
Well,
they've changed. I see what they've done.
Duke is staying back now. Duke Spence is going to stay back.
Here's Rudy. Rudy's there.
And he knew he had that. He knew he was wide open and said, "Why did I miss that shot?"
And they're going down. Got some help. Look at 42 here. We got 42 coming in. That's Rondell Pugh.
The ball hit off the front of the wheelchair, or Linda would have had that.
That was Linda Mestandra. And here comes Dirty Harry with the ball. He's bringing it down 2 bounces. He's got to get rid of it. If he doesn't get rid of it now, he's in violation. And Rudy's got the ball on the outside. 2 dribbles.
Oh,
all right,
nice.
good hands, good hands. All right, that was Miles Jones again. Miles, all right, Miles could take it all away. He's got the moves to go right on past here. I have seen, yep, I told you. Hey.
And I know the Duke is saying, what happened?
Hey, Duke, he didn't know what happened. Miles, I saw Miles do that every year. Miles can fast break, and I think that's one of the reasons the Crabpots have decided to leave somebody back this year, because Miles burned them up on that last year.
Well, I tell you, that was a smart move.
Hey, it was a one-on-one. Miles didn't have any help, and he still got it in. Here he is again. See, it's Miles again. Now it's a 1-on-2. Miles is in there by himself. Stops, passes off, loses. Looked to me like they boxed him in then.
Well, they blocked the lane. It could have almost been called a charging foul, but they didn't call. We got a new competitor in here.
Okay, let's see if we can get some names here. Looks like we got a whole new group. Got a timeout.
Well, we got 20-minute halves. We're playing 20-minute halves, and we got 7:54 to go in the first half.
We're gonna bring Mr. T, Melvin Butler, over here.
Tell Mr. Butler to get over here. He won't come over.
Bring me Stevie Wonder over here. We'll get Stevie Wonder Hancock from Hampton City Schools.
Well, I heard that the reason they call him Wonder is they wonder how he's able to buy what he does. Is he a little bit like Radar on the old MASH? He can do things. Is that right, Stevie?
I don't know. Hey,
you're gonna have to turn and face the camera.
Why don't you look up here at the camera there, okay? And tell me. I understand you do a lot of running. Have you done any special training for this particular event tonight?
Well, I've kept the boardwalk at Buckrow amply paced, for the last several weeks, getting ready for this time. Yeah.
Now, Bob claims that they call you Stevie Wonder here because we know you're the purchasing agent with the Hampton City Schools. Is that Stevie Wonder because you can make things happen with the money you get in there?
I'd like to promote that idea, yeah.
Okay, well, we'd like to promote it as well. We know you do a fine job, and we appreciate you playing in the game tonight, so I want you to get back over there and see. Explain to me, did y'all decide to do this, leave a man back on defense purposely, or is that just to give the guys a rest?
This was the coach's idea. This is a new strategy this year, and if you'll notice, we're in the game now. It's, we've got a good portion of the game left, and we're still in it.
And you're passing the ball around more this year.
We actually learned how to pass from the gym. I think we're looking good. I'm going to get back over here before the coach chews me out.
Hey, thanks for coming over. Here we go, Giles again, Miles Jones. Miles passes off to Linda. Baxter reaches in, take the bounce.
That was a nice pass, though. It was a good pass.
Throws it over. Hey, did you see that pass? We got a break here. Dirty Harry's on the break. Dirty Harry scores. Woo!
And Crabpots with a fast break.
Bob, that started with a behind-the-back pass. We didn't even have the sight to Rudy Pill by Baxter Simmons. And from Rudy to Dirty Harry and right in for the layup. Perfect execution. Oh, here we have a chance again. Rudy Sandlot. Sandlot's on the road. Hey, over to Dirty Harry. We got a little teamwork going here. Back. Hey, Baxter's on the side for the break. We lose the ball.
I tell you,
Sorry,
that was good
been
defense.
Hey, I tell you, they're getting a physical game out there, Bob. A lot of hustling going on there.
And look at that.
Tommy Harrell.
Number 25, Tommy Harrell on a nice assist.
Tell you
We
that,
got a tie
we got a tie
score.
ball game. Sandlot, let's go move it in. Sandlot's got he's wearing gloves tonight. I noticed that feeling. Oh, we got the long bomb out of.
They don't have a three-point.
Dirty Harry's claiming he got hit, Bob. He said he got hacked on the shot, and I thought I saw some hands in there. All right, here we
Look
go.
at that pass. Just tipped. Shot O'Neal, just couldn't reach the ball. They went right
Who
on
made
by.
that shot then? That was number 42. I thought that
42.
was Rondell Pugh made that shot. I think Rondell's got some talent out there. I was watching him earlier.
That's it. Linda's putting pressure on Baxter. Not going to let him get the easy shot off. They're going to put some pressure on him.
Yeah, hey,
And look at Baxter's pressured. What did he do?
they put two men on him, box him in, and he gives up the ball. Up the crab pile up. Here we go.
Look at that.
Up, we got a hack job here on the wrist. Colin Hurley. I think they got Hurley Williams inside there on the wrist.
Sandlot was complete. That was on Miles Jones. They call that on Miles.
Bob, did we give the, the fact that the
Will they get to shoot now? They got a.
was he in the? Yeah, he was in.
How did he be active shooting? It was down underneath the defensive board.
I tell you what, I think you're right. I think we got a. We're certainly not in a one-on-one already.
No, it can't be a one-on-one. How could
He's
it be a
giving him
two-shot
2
foul?
Hey, I tell
He
you
wasn't
what,
shooting.
he wasn't shooting.
I think he missed it.
Is there any chance that the Crabpots have paid off this official one?
Well, I don't know.
We're gonna have to see.
I wouldn't ask the official. He's pretty big.
No, I'm not gonna ask him. That's my buddy. I'm not gonna ask him. He helps me
Missed
out.
both of them.
Okay, Miles, and Eddie, we got Miles is loose again. Watch Miles. He can move it and shoot it. Close. All right, we got it. You know, the Crabpots are really trying to get the break working, but it takes more than that one outside pass.
It really does, and you're going to find they're going to be a little tired at the end of the first half, I'm sure. We got 4.5 to go.
Well, we got Tip Shot back here. He's got a little equipment failure here. His shoes, they got him back. They put him back on defense now, okay?
Well, they're kind of rotating, and as Stevie Wonder said,
it was definitely a planned strategy.
A planned strategy. And
But they're also not only using it as a game strategy, Bob, but they're also using it to, I think, give the guys a breather. You know, they're
rotating the people, yeah.
I see some of the people staying back look like they're breathing a little heavy.
The diversity at Columbia.
Okay, out of bounds. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, probably going over to the Crabpots. It looked like there was 2 Whirlwinds who was reaching for the ball when it went out. And
Can I tell you
Dirty Harry is
impressive
me. Look at him move that wheelchair.
Yeah, I was under the impression that he didn't have much.
Now he's done it 3 times. That's against the rules. I think the official
it was
missed it.
Baxter. Oh, Baxter likes that spot right there, buddy. He will usually hit from that position. Comes Miles. Miles has got to push it up. They got to start moving it up, start moving it around some. Miles, see, look at this, way over court. Look at that, Rondell's inside.
Oh, that was a nice pass inside.
Up, just gonna let it go. That's gonna be theirs again. Whirlwind's ball.
Yeah.
And we had the Duke throwing it out of bounds. Okay, this ref, I tell you, I don't know.
We want to get a chair for the ref.
You know, I think we need to let this ref play a little defense out here. Ref, we'd like to know why that was a two-shot foul down here. When... Yeah, I knew you had an explanation, sir.
All right.
And it was Bob that was questioning that decision.
No, that was Bob. Big as he is, that wasn't me. He's your friend.
You know, I've noticed we haven't seen many substitutions yet for the Crabpots.
Who we have new in? We got
Go over there and wait for a timeout.
What's the way she like can convey information?
you ready for a new one to come in?
Who we got, Bob? What's your number here? Let me get your number. Number 32.
Darren.
Okay,
32,
Darren Lynch. I've seen Darren play before. We'll bring in the stars, right there.
Dirty Harry couldn't get to the ball. Long pass. He was
Darren, who you gonna go
cherry
in for?
picking down here. Trying to get an easy basket.
Okay. Tell me a little bit
Talk
about.
to him, yeah.
Darren, tell me a few things. Let me get our cameraman up here to get down. Take a look at us down here for a minute.
Well, I mean, of course,
Right after this shot, we're gonna talk with Darren Lynch for a minute. Darren, how many games have y'all played this season so far?
So far, I think it's about 13.
13. I understand that's true, and you've got an 8-5 record.
Yeah.
For the season.
Yeah.
What do you get out of this?
Yeah, it's fun, you know, for the most part. It's real fun, and it gives you something to do on, you know, on Saturday nights.
Just like anyone else that's involved in athletics.
Yeah, right.
And I understand y'all have a goal to try to reach a level of competition to get in the Virginia Conference. Is that
Right.
true?
Yes, sir.
Are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, I sure am, because I think this year we got the top quality team, you know, and I think we should be able to go all conference.
And when you do that, that would also, if you could win the Virginia Conference, so to speak, would put you in the position to compete at a national level as well.
Right.
Tom, I don't want to interrupt y'all, but the Whirlwinds have just opened up a 6-point lead. They've gone down and hit 2 quick baskets just like that. They were really starting to
Well, I knew it was
put
just a
pressure
matter of
on
time.
the Crabpots.
I want to thank Darren for coming over and talking with us, okay?
All right, thank
you,
you.
bud.
beginning, I was always inside. Not the difference for both.
What do we got? A 14-8 in less than 20 seconds, and I'm
boom,
talking.
boom. While you were talking, they scored 2 quick baskets. They stole the ball, and they're putting pressure on them.
Okay, did they change any strategy, Bob, in doing that?
Uh-oh. How many dribbles did he get?
Oh, we have a break in the middle with Dirty Harry. Baxter's on the rebound. He's there. Hits the side of the backboard. I think he got excited a little bit.
Oh, look at this. Look at
Uh-oh,
this.
we got a break on. Who we got there? 21 on the break. That's Hurley Williams. Hurley can shoot that ball, and so can Miles. Oh, wide open is Dirty Harry. All he's got to do is wheel it in. But we have a man coming on the break. He scores.
He really took his time and kept his head up on that.
Dale Carwell nearly got there to stop that. He was hustling.
Well, they've just been planting him down here at this offense. They got 30 seconds to go in the first half, Tom. And this has been a real interesting first half.
It's a very close ball game.
And they're going to take the last shot.
I think so. They're going to move it around and just work. We got 12 seconds, 11, 10. They're moving around, trying to move it inside to Ryan. Oh, look at that. Oh, he was open. They had it done perfect. Bob, I tell you what, that was a good play.
It was
They
excellent.
moved Hurley around the pivot and fed the ball to Rondell Pugh right in the middle, who passed off to Hurley right on the break, but the pass was a little low and it went out of bounds, and that's caused it. At the whistle, at the
I tell you,
buzzer.
that was a great first half.
It really was.
We got an enthusiastic crowd. I'm impressed with the Crabpots. I heard they used to get really blown out.
Well, I'll tell you, I see Rudy Sandlot Pill coming over there, and Rudy is definitely exerted some energy.
Look at the sweat of that youngin'.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, Rudy has put out a lot of effort, and he is...
Well, maybe we can
He
get
is
Dirty
ringing
Harry.
like-
You suppose we can get Dirty Harry over here to talk with him a little bit during the break here?
Busgrove. He doesn't. Okay. Yeah, I tell you, we got 2 people. I want to ask some questions here. When we started off the game, I want to talk with Dirty Harry here first, early, okay? Okay. And you know, Brent, when we first watched, Bob and I was sitting here, and we watched the first rebound, and everybody broke, and you stayed under the basket. Now, you know, I don't want you to be offended, but at first we thought, you know, apparently you hadn't got yourself in shape for the game, and you were just going to stay down here because of the energy. But that we found out that was a planned strategy. Is that true?
Yeah, somebody stole the hubcaps off my wheelchair.
Okay.
Cut down, put tremendous amount of wind speed on my game. So we talked about it, and I took the Nash wheelchair and stayed back the first 7-8 plays.
But all of a sudden, we saw John Spencer replace you down here, and that left you wide open for a couple of fast breaks. And,
It was set up. It was set up. They got used to picking up big Spence, and we had set the thing. It was a dream play.
I'm going to tell you, now, just give me one response in terms of the Crabpots have obviously done something different this year. And what would you say it is? Are you keeping the ball out of Baxter's hands more? Is that a strategy? Or?
Well, there ain't enough balls for Baxter. So
That's why I was wondering if you had extra balls so the rest of the people could get a shot off.
we send him out to the van and let him dribble on timeouts and stuff.
Well,
to keep
that's
him in
good. So he feels satisfied that way.
He's ready now. He's got it together. But the main thing is we decided we can't run with these guys. You saw it 2-3 times they went down the court, and it looks like
We
in
finally
our
figured
business
out.
it looks like we're still looking for the bad guy because he was gone.
Well, we saw Miles. Okay. Who we got here? We got Hurley, don't we? Hey, thanks for being with us.
Hurley.
man. Hey.
Hurley, yeah, let me ask Hurley a
Ask
couple
Hurley some
questions.
questions.
Just use that mic, Hurley. Give me a little history on the Whirlwinds. How did it get started? How long have you been with them?
Well, they started about 5 years before I came, and I've been playing with them now for 2 years. It's my second year playing with them. And I like it myself, you know, because it gives me experience to come out and do participate in sports like I used to do when I was in school and stuff.
Right.
And it was a big challenge. And anybody that want to come out is disabled, you know, mentally, physically, if they want to do it, it's nice. It's a nice challenge to do.
Right, I can see, and I can see it's very taxing physically because you guys are really sweating. I mean, it's not as easy as sitting here just watching chairs go up and down. There's a lot of physical activity involved in it.
Yeah, sure is. Like mostly your shoulders, your arms get sore afterwards.
Darren compared it a while ago, Lynch, that it was. Darren compared it a while ago that it was as if you do it for the fun in the competition.
We do.
And I would imagine you guys have gotten pretty close as a group of guys together.
Yeah, we sure have.
And you got an 8-5 record for this season.
Uh-huh.
And one of those goals is to reach that potential to go into the Virginia Conference.
Yeah, we get a couple more good players. We still recruiting, and we're looking for anybody that want to get into it to get in, because it's nice to get into it. So we still recruiting, trying to get a couple more players, or maybe 3 or 4 more players.
Well, I hope one of the purposes tonight, Bob, is that some people out there listening and watching can.
Well, this is going to be shown on WHCS Channel 29 and the Hampton Cable, and this is one thing. That's one reason we wanted to talk to you, because you know a lot of people out there don't know about this.
Yeah.
And it doesn't get the publicity that it deserves.
Yeah.
But I can see that you guys are really enjoying it, and you know, when you make one of those baskets, it's not easy making a basket sitting down.
No, sir. I'm cold tonight, but I usually be popping. But
well, you know, I was gonna bring that up, Pearlie. You're one of the team members that's in double figures, all right? What are they doing right now that you think is stopping y'all's offense? Because usually your offense is much more into the ball game offensively than what it appears to be tonight.
But what's really killing us tonight is our passes are not crisp.
That's right, I've noticed
crisp
that.
enough, and we got people that we supposed to be spreading the floor out, but we are getting jammed. So in the second half, I got to, because I'm one of the co-captains, I got to make sure that they're in the right area so that the pass will be crisp and they can get their shots put in. And then I hope mine can start falling too.
Well, we certainly hope that too, Hurley. You come back and get them in the second half, and we've enjoyed talking with you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay?
All right.
We appreciate talking to you, Hurley.
Thank you very much.
Well, Tom, this is real interesting. I saw the Crabpots have some cheerleaders. I wonder if we could get those cheerleaders over here and find out who they are and how they got involved being the cheerleader. But they went out and did a cheer a second ago as we was talking to Hurley. And maybe we can get...
I thought I saw Mrs. Butler over there. Maybe we can get Mrs. Butler.
Maybe we can get Janice. Well, we're getting ready to start the second half.
Hey, one thing, we certainly have some noise here in the gym.
Right,
Here's
here
one
we
of the
go.
cheerleaders, and is this Terry?
Burnell.
Terry Burnell.
No, Burnell Winder.
Burnell Winder, that's right. Okay, tell me now, I had my back turned there, Bob, but you saw this cheer.
That was an excellent cheer. We was interviewing, so I didn't get to hear it, but boy, the enthusiasm was awesome out there.
Of course, because we are going to win. We Crabpots going to beat the Whirlwinds. Did you know that?
Well, I'm going to tell you are closer tonight than I've ever seen.
In fact, it's the closest you've been since the game was 0-0.
Right, because I wasn't here the last time.
Okay. We got a cheer, that's it.
You keep up that spirit, all right?
I will.
Nice talking with you. Let's see who the Whirlwinds are going with. Starting lineup here for the second half, and they got Linda back in, and Miles. Hurley's in, and who we have down here, number. You get a number.
Number 5 down there. That's
Miles.
Miles Jones.
And
that's Caldwell over there.
Darren Lynch is in.
And that
and Darren we interviewed right there before half, along with Hurley. Hurley's out there on the side. We have some confusion here, Bob.
They don't want to switch scores.
Okay.
You don't. Hey, you better take what you can get.
Uh-oh. They are
cocky tonight. Okay. Well, they had no switching scores. They think they can do it.
And listen, and remember what Hurley said. He says, if I start hitting, Katie bar the door.
And Hurley knows that passes have to be more crisp. Hey, I think we had a hack right there.
I think it was a definite foul.
Definite foul on the. I saw Baxter reach in. I saw it, Bob, even from where I'm sitting.
They hacked Janice, and Mr. Kelly missed it.
That's right.
He was screened out.
Was hacked, and Kelly was over on the side, out of the play. Out of the play. There's Baxter at his position. The bomb. Now, Lynch gets a rebound. Hurley's going to break. See if they can get it down quick, like Hurley's talking about. Nice crisp pass. Bring it into center. Okay, reaching in.
Dirty Harry.
Dirty Harry.
Yeah, that was a hack job.
Did you see Tip shot out there trying to persuade the ref to take a charging call?
Yeah, he was calling charge. Foul is on Dirty Harry.
Dirty Harry. Looked to me like that was one of those roadblocks that the police.
Well, see, yeah, he's used to doing that.
Well,
that's true.
Dirty Harry and the Duke, John Spencer, put it together right there and just said, we're going to stop it.
All right, he gets 2 shots, it looks like.
Yes. What is Baxter?
14-10. Baxter.
Backcourt.
He's sandbagging down here.
Well, he's living up to the nickname backcourt. He's certainly in the backcourt right now. But I see Linda's back here too, kind of playing his. Can I tell you what? A rebound and a quick pass out to Baxter could be dangerous. No fear. See.
I tell you, these Whirlwinds get those chairs down court so fast. We have noticed it each time that they'll get 4 or 5 men downfield.
And they're playing a 2-3 zone. Okay, Sandlot took a shot and threw it away. Hurley's going there. We got a break. We could have a 4-on-2.
That could almost be
4-on-2. Hurley's going to take it down the center and then look to feed it off right here in the middle. There it is. Up. The Duke gets the rebound. Baxter nearly goes backwards. Backcourt was nearly on his back there, Bob.
Boy, I tell you, that was close.
Here's the Duke to Dirty Harry. I tell you, though, I've been impressed tonight with the Crabpots. They have, here's Sandlot over to Baxter, and he's open for the shot. Another close one for backcourt. Out of bounds. Now, I'm going to tell you, that ought to be the Whirlwinds ball. I saw Sandlot hit it on it. Okay.
Yeah, they're going to
He called it. He got it. He got it. I'll tell you, I was worried about that ref for a minute, but he's doing his job, Okay, Dirty Harry reaches in, blocks the pass.
Could have been called a foul that time, but he got by with it. Nice pass over to Caldwell. He goes right on back. Look at that. Look at that.
There you go.
Outside. Boy, don't give
Miles Jones.
Miles did an excellent job.
Well, see, you heard Hurley say a while ago that if they start hitting, they're going to be in trouble. So what do we got, a 16-10 lead now?
Yeah. Dirty Harry's bringing the ball up. Passes. Baxter passed the ball.
Baxter was open for the shot and fed it over. Dirty Harry's going to take it. I tell you, we had Dirty Harry over here a while ago criticizing Baxter for being a bomber. Weren't enough balls. But I'm seeing just the opposite here. Baxter's fed the ball over twice to the inside man, then threw it out to the top of the pivot, and Dirty Harry bombs from 30 feet.
30 feet.
Baxter was open from 20.
You don't suppose he was a little jealous that Baxter was getting all the points, do you? You think there'd be any jealousy on this team?
Well, the inside story is that there is a little.
Okay.
Well, here we speak favorably about Baxter.
But Baxter's going to shoot. That's been hanging around his neck for years.
Yeah, but he was within his range. Here we go. Dirty Harry's on the outside.
Crabpot cheerleaders are really going.
And they're trying to get him fired up. He's over the tip shot. Sandlot's got it over the tip. Tip far court pass. Baxter loses it. Whoa, he's down. It's all right. He's always hustling, Bob. Always hustling. Hey, we have a break. Here's Hurley. Tell you, Hurley is off. Hurley's off his game tonight, Bob.
Look.
Big Baxter is there. Let's see if they stop it.
And he missed it. He missed the crippy.
He felt
the crib shot.
He felt the pressure on. Okay, Lynch was coming up fast along with Linder, and he heard it.
He must have
heard steps. Footsteps were in his mind.
Or tire tracks.
That's right.
In this case.
That's right. And Hurley, though, I tell you, Hurley is not on. He's going to move it around to Miles here. Miles got that long outside capability. But see, the Crabpots are really packing it in. So they're really stopping that inside game. Oh, here we go.
Look at that rebound by Caldwell.
So if you notice, they're going to have to slow it down, move it around, and get that 5-10 foot jump shot because the Crabpots are literally blocking the lanes for any kind of movement.
They really
inside.
are. They're not letting them take anything down the middle, like keeping the middle blocked up. But then there's an 8-point lead now.
That's right.
And there's the shooter.
Well, here goes Dirty Harry. Oh, he reaches inside there. Nice pass inside the Sandlot to Baxter. Baxter's open. He ought to take the shot. He's feeding off.
Sandlot.
Oh, Sandlot. Rudy Peel.
Blue ball.
I felt like Rudy was open there. What do we have? A foul on Rudy there?
No, I think it just went off his hands.
Just off his hands. Okay, we got a timeout here.
Timeout here.
Yep. Just some substitution. Okay, I see the Whirlwinds are doing some substituting, and I haven't seen the Crabpots make the first change.
Yes, Melvin, if he's going to play tonight. Mr. T, you going to play tonight?
No, my team is looking too good to interrupt their rhythm. I don't want to.
Well, I see that you won. Tom said something about you hadn't eaten all day, and you were sure glad that you won that dinner for two.
Well, I'm very glad that I won that dinner for two.
Okay, Tom said you were looking a little peaked.
I was. I won all day, and we missed lunch today.
But in my understanding, my understanding is your wife won that dinner, so dinner for two, and she did come over here and ask Bob and I if we were hungry.
Well, yes. Just before I found out about it, Baxter was telling me that he was getting 2 tickets from Francis for dinner. He was trying to take 2 dinner tickets away.
He was supposed to get the dinners.
Hey, well, I mean, Baxter's always eating.
Sounds just like him, doesn't it?
Baxter eats all the time.
You got Stevie Wonder over there sitting on a bench. Are you saving him for some special reason? I understand he's a man of definite shape and ability.
Steve is. I was going to substitute Steve at the beginning of the second half, but Steve thought we had too much good rhythm going. They ought to keep it out there. And I'm changed my mind right now. They've got 4 consecutive goals.
And y'all haven't done a thing.
That's the first basket you made this half.
First basket in the second half.
And that's almost 6 minutes before you scored.
See, at Simmons, he's got 3 for 13.
3 for 13?
Yeah.
That's bad.
That is bad percentages.
Well, I told him about that at the halftime. It was 3. He had 3 for 11 at the half, and he got mad because
you were threatening to take him out of the game.
Hurley went in and made
He was
one.
going to get upset.
Yeah, he was.
But
you saw him out there practicing at the halftime, didn't you?
Did that have anything to do with the fact that he's passing the ball off a little more?
Yeah, did you notice down there he wouldn't take a shot? He was wide open and he should have shot.
That's right, and we made the comment that Dirty Harry bombed from the high pivot point here and was out of range, really.
I know it. I mean, I don't know what. Well, I think he was afraid I was going to take him out of the ball game.
Coach, I think they need your assistance over there, and I appreciate you stopping by the bench here and talking to us. And
well, we look a little bit better than we did last year, anyway.
I want to know, was it your idea to leave the man back in the backcourt to stop the break?
I told them that last year they wouldn't listen, and this year they're listening pretty well.
Doing a good job. Hey, thanks for being with us, Mr. T.
Nice to be here tonight.
Well, we learned a few things.
I tell you,
not only is Mr. Baxter a shooter, but he's an eater.
That's right.
I mean, 3 for 13 and eats constantly.
3 for 13. That's why he's got so much energy out there.
Look at that 10-point lead. They should have took the other score.
It wouldn't have made any difference, I don't think.
Well, I know it wouldn't have.
Wouldn't have made any difference. But see, that's why they. Here we go. Baxter's in for 2. I'm gonna tell you, we could easily see now once he hits, he's hard to stop. When he gets the ball from there on, he's going to be bombing. And that's 4 for 14 now, because he was 3 for 13, so he's 4 for 14 now.
But that's still terrible percentages. I mean, if you were on any other team, you'd be on the bench.
Look at the battle for the ball out there.
And Dirty Harry
gets it, throws over the Sandlot. Back to Tip.
Almost lost it.
I thought they had a fast break on there for a minute, but then they slowed it down. Back over to Duke. Spencer struck. Oh, nice. Hey, Baxter's in again for the shot. Missed.
4 for 15.
Simmons claiming he got hacked. I'm not so sure he didn't get hit that time.
Well, he may have, but Eagle Eye Kelly didn't see it.
No. I'm going to tell you. I want to see what Hurley's going to do this time. I think he's going to have to move it around.
Oh, look, nice pass into Linden. Nice dish off inside. And who knocked it out of bounds? Blue ball. Looked like to me that
Here we go way back.
John Wayne threw that.
Got a rebound underneath, but Baxter stole it somehow. I thought we were going to have a basket there by Rondell Pugh.
I did too. Wow, look at.
Sandlot takes it all the way back. Court violation.
Backcourt, all right.
All right, we had to help him. We had to help him there, Bob. Did you notice that?
I think John is just a little bit out of sync here as an official. You don't get to officiate this many ball games with the Whirlwinds. And here we go. The outside shot. Oh, just short.
Hurley almost had it. Hurley's going to get this ball, though, I think. Uh-oh, Whirlwinds have changed. They're going to go man-to-man there and stack up on them, okay? No more zone. You know, and I'm going to tell you, the strategy of that, Bob, makes a lot of sense at this time because that's going to add additional frustration to the Crabpots. And you get this team frustrated, and it's all over. That
Baxter is going to gun.
Baxter just took one of the worst shots I've seen in a long time. Did you check out the distance on it? Baxter obviously thought we had the three-point play in existence for tonight's game.
I suppose that's what he was doing. And this blue is hit by Sandlot, hit that ball.
Sandlot? Okay.
Hit it.
Rondell's going to take it out for him. We have a score, what, 22-14? Is that correct?
22-14.
Harold's trying to move it around. Baxter slapping inside. That's it. See, just slow it down, move it around, move it around.
That's my favorite.
Rondell came across the back court. All right, Hurley's open. Hurley's open. Oh, me. Hurley cannot get it to drop tonight. That ball.
Shooter.
Hey, it was around the rim, almost one complete revolution, and then came out.
Tom, I wanted to introduce, we got a new player out there on the Whirlwinds guarding Tip O'Neill, and that's Robert Bradford.
Okay, that's Robert Bradford. 00 is what they're going to call him. Okay, Robert Bradford. All right, he just got in the game then.
Yeah, he's been in for about 3 minutes.
Look at the defense. They are keeping him from getting into the basket.
Look at that.
Look.
Look at that.
Did you see
him so frustrated? Shot an air ball.
Dirty Harry was trying to break inside, and Linda just prevented it.
Linda's a tough little ball player, isn't she?
Baxter tried to get inside on a break, and it didn't work. Did not work. All right. Here comes Hurley Williams. Hurley's going to try to take it around the outside and then bring it across the middle. There he is. Rondale's right there.
Right in the middle. What a pass.
See, that's called teamwork. They knew what they were doing. So they've been playing together, and they say they're going to pick the man up and blew him out of here right now, I think, see? All right, Linda stole the ball. Dirty Harry, get out of there. Dirty Harry was on. Here they are.
Oh. Now,
okay, we have Spence. Okay, Sandlot's open on the side. He loses it. It's out of bounds. We're going right back.
Well, I tell you, once the Whirlwinds put the full court man-to-man pressure on the Crabpots, they just
stopped. It stopped. Stopped.
They can't stay up with
them. The frustration level, and you can see it. You can see it on their faces, and you can also look at the fatigue that's starting to set in.
Even though they were doing a little sandbagging.
That's right. A little sandbagging. Okay, let me see who we got here.
This is Dale, I believe, isn't it? Dale Caldwell. Right. Ask Dale about being...
Dale, come here. We want to talk to you. Hey, Dale.
He's the...
Dale, you're the only able-bodied member of the Whirlwinds. Talk to us for a minute and tell us how you got started with the Whirlwinds and your commitment and just your involvement in general.
Initially, I got involved with it playing with Nolan Company. Nolan Company got invited to play in a scrimmage game against the Whirlwinds. And I got excited about it, liked playing it. So I wanted to know if I could come back the following year to help out the team any way I could. So I came back the following year and got involved, played it, enjoyed it. I like the people I'm playing with. Excited.
Now, how long have you been doing this?
2 years.
2 years. My understanding is that if the team reached the level of competition where they could enter the Virginia Conference that we referred to tonight, that able-bodied individuals could not play in that competition.
Correct.
And part of what you're doing then is giving them the opportunity by playing to have enough people
Correct.
to practice against and to practice with
Right.
to help them get to that goal.
Right.
Okay, and Bob, there's no way to say that. That's commendable, and that's one of the things that we heard Hurley talk about tonight. Is that anyone listening to and watching the game today, that if they're interested to get involved, okay, and the handicapped individual that wants to come out and enjoy the teamwork that you see here tonight, as well as reach the level of competition that they want to eventually reach, ought to consider this.
They should. Yeah, it's a good cause to get involved.
Okay.
And we want to thank you for being with us.
Yeah, we sure do, Dale. Appreciate it. We have time out. The Crabpots have got to do something. They're getting kind of peaked and a little tired. I think they need to start thinking about substituting here.
Well, I definitely think we're going to see Stevie Wonder come in.
Oh, Stevie definitely needs to come in. I don't know if they can talk Melvin to come in or not, but they are really huffing and puffing, and Dirty Harry looks like he's out of shape. I mean, he is really sucking wind, as they say. And there are those cheerleaders going again, if you can hear them.
They really have. To me, probably one of the most important things is to realize that the Hampton Recreation Department and the Mayor's Committee on the Handicap really do this type of thing to encourage and promote the fact that handicapped people are just like anyone else.
They are, Tom, and you see this in the Special Olympics, and it's great to see that the Mayor's Committee is involved in doing this. And it's a great community thing, but we hope that this program will get out to the community in Hampton, and we'll get more people involved, and have them even contact the people in Newport News and York County and whatever to get involved in this thing, because this is a real valuable thing because it gives these people who are handicapped a chance to play sports.
That's right, and as many of them said, Hurley said it takes him back to when he played high school ball and when he was involved in interscholastic competition, and there's no reason why, because you're handicapped, you cannot do that today.
Right.
And he says that, so he's certainly looking for anyone that has that interest to be a part of the Whirlwinds and to get in touch with them and to do so.
Now, how would they get in contact with?
They would do that through the Hampton Rec Department and Janice Arena. She's the, as we mentioned earlier, the senior therapist, recreation specialist, and I'm sure she can put them in touch with Coach Tucker. Okay. And the Hampton Whirlwinds.
So all they'd have to do is just call the Hampton Recreation Department. Hey, you're right. Stevie Wonder is in. Stevie Wonder Hancock is in, but he lost the ball.
Oh, man, Baxter. It's getting aggressive out there. It's getting aggressive. What other substitutions? I don't see but 4 people in for the Crabpots. Nope, I'm sorry. They got 5. Huh?
Sandlot.
Linda
Baxter.
is on Baxter.
And she is really putting pressure on Baxter.
Somebody's not paying. Okay, here's Gurley.
Look at, she ain't gonna let him go.
Oh, Baxter's cutting back in. It was a good move. Here goes Stevie Wonder through the middle. He bombs. It was close. It was close. Here we go. We got a break on.
And we got a jump ball.
They tied him up. Baxter was reaching back.
Well, they are feeding Linda, trying to get her to get a shot off. She was wide open, and Baxter got a hand in and broke it up. But as the jump ball, the possession arrow is pointing towards the Whirlwind, so they will take the ball out underneath their basket.
What did Baxter just yell out? All he ever hears is what? Something ball. You know.
All he hears is
court. Throw me the ball. Give me the ball or something. I forget. Up. Okay. Watch me start moving around up to the top.
There's Hurley.
Oh,
just
off
short.
the rim.
He is off tonight. They say he normally hits that shot.
Well, you can tell it. He's got the shot. He's got the touch. It's just off just enough.
And Tom, you're going to see that in anybody.
That's right.
Larry Bird has his off nights.
That's
Magic
right.
Johnson has his off nights. So that's nothing to be saying. Oh, got a breakaway with Sandlot.
As a matter of fact,
nice shot.
Sandlot puts one in. You know, the whole theory on that, Bob, and you'll hear any coach tell a player of that caliber, keep shooting.
That's
it's
right.
going to eventually fall. And you don't have to tell Baxter that, but in Hurley's case.
Well, I didn't mean to insinuate that Baxter was anything like Larry Bird now.
Oh, I'm sure you did. Linda was there. What do we got?
Almost had a wreck.
We might have a 5-second violation today.
I noticed that last
Ah, look at him.
Okay, we got a 25-16 ball game. We got a substitution in.
Well, I just asked questions in class. I managed my time so I could fit.
All right, here we got Carwell.
Rudy got his first 2 points to score leader. Just tell him he's been playing the whole game. It was his first initial basket.
You know, I think we could take time tonight to just say one thing. We usually have Dr. Don Musselman here, superintendent of Hampton Schools. Crazy Legs. He's, you know, and we all know him as that, as his college days at East Tennessee State University, where he played collegiate ball. And Don just said he's sorry he couldn't be here tonight. He's got a school board meeting tonight, and wanted to say that to the people. But he also wanted to say he was disappointed as well because he wanted to try to improve that 1-point average he had in the last 3 years.
He's averaged 1 point a game.
He's averaging 1 point a game. And I think he's been in 3 games, so he's scored a total of 3 points in 3 years.
Well, we miss him here tonight, but I know they got an important school board meeting where he is tonight. So,
all right, tied him up again. One thing, I have noticed a lot of defense tonight.
Both teams are playing good defense, but the Crabpots are impressing me a little bit.
Well, they finally realized that in order to beat the pressure, they're going to have to spread it out. And you notice that instead of clumping up, they've got...
And look, do you know what Stevie Wonder just did?
What did Stevie Wonder do? He did what I just thought he did.
The wrong basket.
Oh, my God.
Well, they're going to wonder why they put him in.
Stevie Wonder. Okay. Well, he's a track runner. He's not a basketball player. He's a long...
Well, see, in track, you just run around in a circle. There's no goal, right?
Well, and long-distance runner, they lose a lot of oxygen, and it doesn't get to the brain. And he said he was out there on the boardwalk a lot this afternoon, so he obviously...
he was really got himself turned around.
Some of the brain cells obviously hadn't got the oxygen supply there tonight. He didn't know where he was, I don't think, Bob.
Well, he took a shot at the wrong basket,
well,
I'm glad he didn't make it. I'm sure
the Whirlwinds were hoping he was going to make that shot. You know, Bob, I believe that's the first. We're going to have to get him over here. I don't want to embarrass him, but I think we're going to have to get him over here at some point later and ask him about that.
Ask him about that. That was, well, it kind of reminds me of the game I read in the paper this morning, Tom, about this gal up in Richmond that scored Her team won 47-49, and she scored all 47 points for her team and 2 for the other team.
And 2 for the other team.
So maybe that's what Stevie was reading. He read that paper. Thought he would give the...
He didn't want to leave anyone out, I don't think. I think we had a foul there. I tell you what, I believe Hurley was going all the way for layup. He just got blocked hard.
He did that.
So Jacob, thank you very much for being here. We appreciate it. Come back. I will look forward to this.
And there's a nice long shot right off. Hurley just is hitting the front of the rim, is not getting a shooter's roll. Look at, a bad pass in backcourt. The ball goes over to the Whirlwinds.
Hey, Bob, did you just hear that?
What was that?
They are arguing among themselves. It's the first sign.
First sign of, that's it. They are frustrated to the point that they're starting to blame each other now.
See? Well, Stevie Wonder shot at the wrong basket, so they're on his case now for doing that. And then he, bad pass out of bounds, and so that's it.
We got a substitute coming in here.
But Bob, I really attribute that to the frustration they're experiencing with the pressure that the Whirlwinds are putting on them.
We got number 42's coming in.
That's Rondell Pugh.
Rondell Pugh. What do I have him on my list?
He's on this list. He's
an able-bodied.
You've got 2 able-bodied. Okay, Rondell Pugh is 1, and Dale Carwell. Okay, and Robert Bradford is 00. You don't have Robert Bradford.
Yeah, I wrote him in here. I wrote him in here somewhere. Yeah, I got Robert Bradford here, but I didn't have Rondell Pugh.
Oh, look at that.
Look at the pass. Oh, nice pass to the baseline.
Little backdoor action then, Bob. Did you notice that?
Yes, it was. Look at Sandline wants to get that ball up because they are putting pressure on him right away. Look at this.
Sandline's open. Baxter cannot get open. Look, he just came.
Linda is putting the defense on him. Look at that.
Tip lost the ball. See, they can't get the ball down to work for a shot. Out of bounds on Linda. That would have been a close one.
Yeah, that was a 4-on-1 break.
And Baxter's using the opportunity where Linda was down there with the ball to get down into scoring position.
Did you see who's picking him up?
Carwell picked him up. See, they work as a team.
Yes,
they knew Linda was trapped down. Linda went over to Sandlot and picked him up. Tips there with a clear shot. Oh, almost too. That's a good
nice
shot.
Rebound by Miles Joe. And look at that. Look at Stevie Wonder had the ball and lost it again.
Well, but he moved it back to old Dirty Harry. Sandlot's moving in for 2. Over this. Look at Rondell Pugh with the ball. They got a break on. Got a break. Did you see that pass by Rondell in? Look at this. Oh, we almost had 2. Miles Jones nearly for 2. Sandlot to Baxter. Baxter's open again. Carwell's coming in to stop it. Oh, man. Oh, gracious.
Pressure again. Twice.
Does Baxter backcourt Simmons have, he has the flair for dramatics, doesn't he? I'm telling you, in for the fast break, hits underneath the board, comes back on his back.
And I think...
Is he all right? Yeah, he's okay.
He's okay.
He's okay.
But he hits those outsiders, but he can't hit the 2-foot shot. He hit those 15-footers.
He hears those footsteps. I'm telling you, he hears that.
He hears that tread, doesn't he?
Coming up behind him. He hears them coming. And look at Linda's all over him. Sandlot to tip. Sandlot to tip. There's Dirty Harry for 2. Oh, they are missing just a few.
Linda's playing defense and won't let...
Carwell's got the ball. They're moving it down. Back to Linda. So hit it. Three people out of the play. They should have a 4. They got a 4-on-2 down here. 4-on-2 break underneath.
Foul.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm not so sure. I'm sure they got her. All the way down. Look at this. Miles slaps it back.
What an interception. Not only intercepted the ball, but Stevie got it. Fast and trying to get the ball to Baxter. Look at that.
Pass 2. Dribbles once, pushes, wheels it into the lane, puts it up for 2. Rondell Pugh.
We got 41 seconds to go, and it is no
Dirty
doubt
Harry
in my mind that
Sandlot.
this is another defeat for the Crabpots.
And there's no way. Here we go. Baxter's in for the 2-shot. Oh, almost. I believe we had it out of bounds off of Carwell there. Let's see who the ref gives it to. Good call. He gave it to the Crabpots. Okay, you better get in the spot. It's in the Sandlot. In for 2. I tell you what,
position.
Baxter had it worked out. He had talked that one in, coming in.
A long pass down court, and Linda wasn't aware the ball was coming down.
That's a tough ball to handle, too.
Yes, it is.
Tell you one thing, she has been tough defensively tonight. I've noticed that.
Really
Here goes Sandlot, trying to move it in for 2. He's getting the rebound, going in for 2 more. They have cut this lead. Look at this. What has happened to the score?
Cut this into 5.
Is that score correct?
Yeah.
25 to 20.
There you go.
This game's over.
5 seconds!
A long bomb, and this game is over. This game is history. Well, Bob, I want to thank you for coming out tonight. I certainly appreciate working with you.
Having a reception.
And on behalf of the Old Hampton Community Center that served as our place to have the game tonight, we certainly want to thank their staff and personnel because they put a lot of work into setting the game up tonight.
We definitely do, Tom. The mayor's committee on the handicap, the Hampton Recreation Department, Channel 29 for doing this. We want to thank Jerome Young. Comes down, and he is a crew of one that is doing this tonight. And you know, he had to set up all the stuff and everything, so we want to thank him. And we've got, who we have here?
I think we have the boyfriend, is it of Linda?
That's right.
Okay, we have Linda's boyfriend, and Linda was number 14 in the game to put all the pressure on Baxter Simmons.
Well,
What's
she
your name?
played a great
Wally
defense.
Trexel.
Wally Trexel. Okay.
Wally, listen, we were really impressed with Linda's defense on Baxter. Baxter was the shooter for the Crabpots, and that second half, she just wouldn't let him get the basketball.
Yeah, she's really good on defense. She played for about 2 or 3 years with the University of Illinois.
Oh, is that right?
And she had a good coach there that really taught good defense, good team ball, and she's...
Now I noticed as well that it looked like toward the end of the game, they wanted her to get an offensive basket down here real bad.
But she's got 4 points this year, and she's trying to get 2 more. Just couldn't get it over the big guys.
Yeah, well, it's a little tough when you have people hacking at you, Tom, and I mean, they were hacking at her. There were many fouls called.
From where I was sitting, and I know that you wouldn't be prejudiced here since she's your girlfriend, but did you see the same thing I saw?
I saw a few hacks.
I saw a few hacks. I thought she was wide open on a couple of occasions, and the guys just put it there. Hey, thank you for being with us. We enjoyed it. Okay? Thank you.
We got the Daily Press here, and they want to know when it's going to be on TV, so I'm going to get the word from Jerome when it's going to be on, so that he can put this in the newspaper, and that's going to be another little bit of publicity that's going to be nice, Tom.
Well, I think we'll conclude it by repeating one more time a special thanks to the Mayor's Committee on the Handicap, and the Hampton Recreation Department, and the Channel 29, and all the folks that came out tonight to support the game. And
well, we need to introduce ourselves. I don't think we even did that. I'm Bob Henson, you're Tom Bailey, the principal over there at Mighty Bethel High School.
And I tell you what, buddy, I think I remember you from one of the ex-alumni over there, Bethel Bruin.
I spent 12 years over Bethel.
And you're with A.L. Williams now.
Yeah, but I tell you what, I really enjoy working with this Channel 29, and this is the first time my chance to get down here and work with the Crabpots-Whirlwinds, and maybe if it works out and AG can't do it next year, I'll do it again.
Well, Bob, I want to thank you for coming out tonight, and I want to say this as well, that I hope these guys really reach that goal because they're almost there. I think we're seeing some caliber of play that they're very close to being in that Virginia conference, and wish them good luck. And that concludes our program for tonight.
Well, I'd like to say thanks for everybody watching, and this is WHCS Channel 29 in Hampton. Good night, everybody.